Hi, I'm Paul from PDH Sports, leading online racket specialist, and today we've got a slightly different review for you. I've got Ben and Will here. These are two club players, very keen club players. We're not professing that they are professionals. However, we're really hoping that we get a different opinion. We've already had a little chat about some of the rackets, and I already get the feeling that some of their views are different to mine on how they play, so I'm hoping this is going to be quite interesting. These two rackets are, so we've got the brand new Head Radical 135 and the Radical 145. So these are sort of Head's flagship rackets. This one is the one that sort of Laura Massaro uses. New cosmetics, new technology. It's got the graphene touch, which is a very light, strong material, which is sort of aimed also at reducing the vibration. So on your power shots, it's supposed to give a nice sort of dampened, no vibration feel and good feel on your short shots. Both these rackets come with slightly different weights, but the 145 has a headlight balance, and the 135, very similar to last year's, the Graphene XT model, is a head heavy balance. It comes with adaptive fan stringing pattern. So with the fan stringing pattern, the idea is to make the rackets even more powerful, or you can stick with the traditional straight stringing pattern for more control. Will, if you start with the 145.
Yeah.
Ben, you can start with the 135. Let's get some game footage in and come back and we'll see how they play. Okay, so guys, thanks for that. You've just come back having play tested the new Radical 145 and 135. Really interested to sort of get your opinion. So Ben, coming off the back of traditionally using a Dunlop frame, how did you get on with these rackets?
The two rackets are different to what I'm usually playing with. They're a bit chunkier in the frame, a bit more heavy. Out of the two, I much preferred the 135. I felt that it was nicely balanced through the shot and gave me a good range of options with a lot of control there.
So you didn't have any problems, because the 135 is supposed to be head heavy as opposed to the head light 145. How did you find the head heavy balance was?
To be honest, it didn't really affect my shot. I didn't find it too much of a problem. I think there was a nice balance through the racket. And the head heaviness allowed me to generate a bit more power, especially from the front of the court going to the back.
So, and also you've just come off having hit with the slim bodies, which are being launched at the same time. Much difference between the two?
Yeah, definitely. I felt a lot more control with the slim bodies, personally, and there's a lot more similarity between the two slim bodies and my current Dunlop. If I was having to choose between the two, I'd go for a slim body 135. Right.
The radicals against the slim bodies, like I said, I've always worried about whether the slim bodies were forgiving enough.
Yeah.
But you were totally comfortable.
I felt very comfortable playing the shots with the slim bodies. Personally, I don't know whether it's my swing or my technique, but I felt that they were more forgiving for my style of play than the radicals are.
Right. Okay, excellent. So Will, like we know you're using the teardrop shape on the unsquashable racket. How did you get on with these two rackets?
So I preferred the 145 that Ben was using. So I think one of the big separating points between these rackets is obviously the balance. So you could definitely feel the head-heavy balance in this, which is good for getting a bit more power, a bit more sort of head speed through the ball. But for me, I suppose it's what I'm used to. I prefer this sort of slightly head lighter balance. That racket just seemed to be a bit nicer for me. But compared to the slim bodies, I was able to get a lot more power with these. But I noticed they weren't as manoeuvrable, so I think the slim body's the ultimate control, and this a bit more sort of power based.
So out of the slim bodies and the sort of traditional radical range, which ones did you find, if you were having to choose these, which ones would you end up going for?
I prefer the traditional ones. I think specifics I'd probably go for the 145, quite like the headlight balance, but I think it was a bit more forgiving for myself. I know Ben said slightly differently, but a bit more forgiving for me, sort of more power, but then the control was sort of still there as well.
Okay, right, guys, thank you very much. It's very interesting because like when we've been off camera and we've been chatting, we all seem to like sort of different rackets, so it can very much be down to individual styles. Hopefully at home this has been useful, a little bit of insight into how the rackets perform differently. We will be doing some more, I'll be doing some more reviews on the rackets myself as well, but we wanted to give us like a different take, sort of club players' take on how they performed. Hopefully that's come across positively, and you know, as I say, leave your comments down below and don't forget to subscribe.